Hello, and welcome to my subscription. Basically, I kind of want to talk. What I am going to talk about is um the CARES Act, the CARES Act, and um what it's for. And then I'm gonna jump down to Arkansas, of course. So I'm gonna start with national, and then I'm gonna go to my own state. So I just Googled, I started with the president's eviction from the White House. I thought it was pretty funny. Um, I have received a letter from the DCC.org, and it's just talking about what the Democrats having to do, and it's basically about COVID and Medicare and the mess that Trump did. So I thought it was kind of funny when they put in there that Trump has been evicted from the White House. The devastating aftermath of his presidency remains. Trump's speak the weeks after the election, spreading conspiracy theories and undermining confidence in our democracy. And we witnessed firsthand the consequences of those actions when domestic terrorists came pounding at our door inside the Capitol. And Trump and neighbors are still here spreading his lies, his hatred, and his hostility towards anything that would actually improve the lives of American people. So, of course, I thought that was funny. Hold on, real quick. I want to share. So, right now, of course, I'm back. I'm just going to put this website down that I started with, and it's about the moratorium. The moratorium is a temporary prohibition on an activity. Uh, so I started kind of Googling, okay, what's this eviction mortgage foreclosure relief during COVID? 50 state resources. And I came down to this website. And the website is, I'm going to put up here. Now, I have to do a lot of other stuff when it comes to searching for websites. So basically, it came, what I Googled, I started out with, like I said, the moratorium, which is a temporary prohibition, I guess, on activity. Uh, it's a federal government to protect for protect responded protection for tenants, mortgage loaner, borrowers under the COVID-19 aid relief and economic security CARES Act. Okay, so it's the federal government respond protection for tenants, mortgage loan borrowers under the COVID-19 aid, relief, and economic security, the CARES Act. So basically, I mean, I'm pretty sure people talked about the CARES Act, but I talk about stuff that I have to, it's very interesting, and some people don't. You can hear about it, but you don't hear about an update. And we all need to hear about updates, especially when it comes to stuff like this that will enhance people or better people to keep in their homes, because of this pandemic, this COVID pandemic or coronavirus pandemic. I can get to it. So basically, it's for tenant rentals, mortgage. People who cannot be evicted or penalized for non-payment of rent for a period of 120 days between March 27th through, at the time, July 24th, 2020, last year. Now, President Trump turns around and he issues the executive order on August the 8th, 2020. His intentions to address the pandemic relief evictions, which the order did not contain any concrete policies or aid to prevent this act that the feds are trying to put out there for the United States of America. So what Trump did was, on September the 1st, 2020, the administration, that's where the CDC comes in, announced a CDC order creating a nationwide eviction moratorium eligible renters. Now, I did, well, let's start with the qualifications. The qualifications require, this is what his order, September 1st, 2020, Trump administration through the CDC. The qualifications are income of $99,000 or less for individuals, the income for $198,000 for couples, or having received a stimulus check earlier in the year, which most Americans did, but I didn't. I didn't receive a stimulus check. Okay, so just think, a lot of people like me didn't receive a stimulus check. Okay. So they extended the order through March 31st, 2021. Okay. So you don't, if you had, I'm going to get to it. Okay. So in February 2021, the federal courts in Texas ruled against it, saying it's unconstitutional. We don't want it. It's not going to do anything. It's a lot of money. People aren't responsible enough to pay. If they can't pay now, they're not going to pay now. So the federal courts in Texas like, oh, it's unconstitutional. We don't want it. It's an appeal in effect. So someone opposed and did an appeal. President Biden comes in and he extended a foreclosure moratorium federally guaranteed mortgages through June 30th, 2021. So I'm finna get to it. So he extended it, the president. So instead of having March 31st to apply for this assistance, 2021, you have to June 30th, 2021 to apply for the assistance. I'm going to get to what it requires, this and other. So the federal government, it's called the CARESACT. The federal government responds to COVID-19 Coronavirus Aid Economic Security Act, and that's the CARE Act. That's what it's called, the CARE Act. They're trying to help. CARES Act, help. So it's a response to COVID-19, the COVID virus aid, and the Economic Security Act, the CARE Act. Now I'm going to get on my state and start talking more about my state. Okay, so I started Googling more about the CARE Act. Okay, and on this same website, it has states on there. So if you get on the website and you're not from Arkansas, you can click the state and you can see if it's there, if it's not, blah, blah, what to do. Okay, it's on there for all 50 states on that website. All you do is just click your state. I'm from Arkansas. So, I grew up here in Arkansas. I was on Google Texas, but that'd been a lot of time. Originally from Texas. I love Texas, but right now I was thinking about, at a point in time, I will be trying to own a home. So I hope, pandemic is serious. So in Arkansas, it comes to eviction protections, right? So it says Arkansas, the eviction protections are no statewide eviction protections have not been implemented in Arkansas. These are under eviction protection. The next one is the Arkansas. It's supposed to be this assistance, Arkansas Fresh Start Rental Assistance Program, right? They offer help, but most of the 15 community action agencies are not currently accepting applications. So, there's always a but. Okay, we can get on. Just come on, because I'm running out of time. It says the utility shutoff protection. This is in Arkansas. This is the next category or the next topic, whatever you call it. The utility shutoff protections. Arkansas Commission Public Services ordered all utilities under jurisdiction to suspend disconnections during the duration of an emergency in the corona pandemic. Basically, the coronavirus epidemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. The mortgage foreclosures relief. Okay. No statewide foreclosure protections have been implemented in Arkansas. Now, kind of got me like, what? What are they talking about? So what I did was I started back Googling, and I Googled this website, came down to this website. So it came down to arkansaslegal.org. And it's an article on there that was updated on January the 21st, 2021, right? It's updated. And basically it says that the CDC issued a national moratorium on evictions for non-payment of rent until March 31st, 2021. It goes on to talk about the declaration. I guess the CARESACT, the declaration includes, now this is what you have to apply for this assistance in Arkansas. You have to have your efforts to obtain government assistance, for one. Second, of course, your income. 3, your ability to pay rent due to the loss of income or work or significant medical expenses. Okay, not bad. 4, your efforts to try to make full or partial rent payments. Okay. 5, the likelihood that the eviction would cause them to live in homeless shelter or with another resident. So these are the 5 things you need to apply for this, for the CARES Act in Arkansas. I'm gonna read again. 1, number 1 with the 1, and I'm gonna try to put a download application. So I'm trying to put the application on as a thumbnail. Okay, the 1, your efforts to obtain government assistance. Okay, you got to get, if you have no income, if you're unemployed, you have no income, you're able to get in. Second, they want to know your income, of course. In any federal, that's just like applying for Medicaid or food stamps. They want to know your income, which should be 0 or under $99,000 or less. Or if you're a couple, $198,000. That's how much you were making in 2020. Okay. Third, your inability to pay rent due to the loss of income or work or significant medical expenses. Okay. 4th, your efforts to try to make full or partial rent payments. That's not bad. 5, the last one, the likelihood that evictions would cause them to live in homeless shelter or another residence. So people, you understand what I'm saying? when the COVID hit, a lot of people couldn't pay their rents. They had to move to mother's house, sister's house, whatever. Try this. Get back on here. Get Google the CARES Act. Get involved. Now, I'm going to put the number on here. Now, it says you can call the Center for Arkansas Legal Services, right? You can call the Center for, I'm just going to, and here's the number, 501. This is for Little Rock, okay? If you're out of the county, like I'm going to put long distance, which means, if you're in Faulkner County, Dallas County, you have to call this 1-800 number to get information or to see if you can qualify for the CARES Act here in our state of Arkansas. That's one. Now, the second one is the legal aid of Arkansas, of course. You can always go to the legal aid, and they will, because that's Fed too, of course. Hopefully they can send you to the website so you can apply. And here is the number. All right. Those are the numbers for the CARES Act. The CARES Act. Those are numbers for the CARES Act in Arkansas. They, like I said, you can get on the www.justia.com and you can hit it for your state, and you can find more things about your state. Where can you get more information about your mortgage, your rental property? You've been there for years and the COVID hit. How can I get assistance for that? But you'll have to hit your state and it should pop up links and stuff or numbers for whatever state you live in. But I'm just basically talking about where I'm at, and that's in Arkansas. Now, let's get to the tea, the juice, what everybody been talking about in the state of Arkansas. And it's the Stand Your Ground goddamn bill. The Stand Your Ground goddamn bill that has been worked on. Now, I kept telling people the governor is going to sign it because he was for the Stand Your Ground bill when he got hired on as governor. So how can you forget that? So I'm just going to put the code, the SB, 24. That's what the legistration calls that code. And it's the Stand Your Ground bill. Now, I did sign petitions against it because I feel like it's a danger to all, but they're saying there's restrictions on the Stand Your Ground bill for, I guess, individuals, people like us who doesn't have a gun, or for people who has a gun, that it's certain things they cannot come to with the gun. And they're trying to make it clear of what deadly force means. So let's talk about it. It's been reworked. Governor Hutchinson signed it on March 3rd. Like I said, I told them in the nail shop that he has already signed it. I'm pretty sure he signed it. Well, at the time when he didn't sign it, they was reworking on it. So they should have told you there he was going to sign the Stand Your Ground bill because he's for Stand Your Ground. I knew that. That's why I didn't vote for him in 2015. He's a Republican anyway. So but you can't tell some people stuff. Some ignorance is bliss. A person, and that's what I'm saying, you have to understand what you're reading to get what's going on. I don't, oh, he's not going, yes, he is going to sign the Stand Your Ground bill. That's just period. I already knew that. That's why it took him so long to get it here. He did his job before he retired. Okay, so let's get on to it. That's just my opinion. But it is a fact that he wanted to stand your ground bill here when he got hired on as governor. That's a fact. Okay, so on Wednesday, March 3rd, 2021, Governor Hutchinson signed the bill, which was reworked on. The bill allows an armed person to use deadly force if they believe are in imminent danger. Imminent danger. Now, this what I don't understand about it is, if you go back to when Governor Hutchinson got hired, 2015, 2016, it was a lot of people getting killed off of road rage, kids, from all races, following people, shooting them for no apparently reason. Yes, they went to jail. But this is my question is this. If a person comes up to me and he feels I'm a threat to them, or maybe he didn't like what I say on anything, Facebook, anything, and he shoots me and I survive and I get my gun out and I shoot him, I'm not doing no time for him. If I kill that motherfucker and I survive, you shoot me in the leg for no apparently reason because you feel like I was a threat to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people already feel black people are a threat to them, especially white. And I'm not being racist or anything. I'm just being honest. So you want me to believe that the Stand Your Ground bill is going to be okay, and these people who gets to stand or accept it or into the bill, be able to use the bill, are supposed to not carry weapons to certain places or not use them. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Okay? I just don't believe that. Now, Arkansas law did prohibit a person from using deadly force if they can safely retreat. Now, it goes back to road rage. If I cut in front of you, you get mad, you can retreat and just be like, okay, fuck it. But if you keep following me and I pull over and you shoot me using Stand Your Ground, then what the fuck? You get them going? Or, hunting season. Say I'm hunting with a group of people. We black, It's some white people there, some rednecks. They got the Stand Your Ground bill. We don't. We just got a hunter's bill shooting for deer. And boom, one of us get killed off a friendly fire. I don't fall for shit like that. That's bullshit. That's a threat, Governor Hutchinson. I don't care what you say. That's a threat to the state, okay? You putting all the citizens in Arkansas a threat. We already having gun issues when kids were bringing guns to school and already had it picked out who they wanted to kill because of bullying, right? But now you got this Stand Your Ground bill. Okay. So on January the 1st, 2020, it's 34 states across the United States have Stand Your Ground laws or the Castle Doctrine. So most of the 34 states use the Castle Doctrine, but also have Stand Your Ground laws. Okay. But the Castle Doctrine is to apply beyond the home. That's all I have to say about the shit. That's it. That's what my topic is today. And I don't know. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. A lot of people get killed, especially innocent people get killed for nothing, out of hatred and rage, or you told me no when you let the other person in. You have to understand mental health. You giving access to people who have mental issues that don't believe they do. Do you understand what I'm telling you? And you're the governor. You say you know what you're doing. You wanted the SB 24 bill. You got it. I just pray for our state. Whoever's listening, please pray for us. So thank you for subscribing and thank you for listening. That's just really what I wanted to talk about was the CARES Act and the SB 24 bill in Arkansas. I hope you guys were interested. I hope you know, if you do have a mortgage or a rental property that you're rent to own, please take advantage of this federal assistance so you can keep your home, or you can keep inheritance home houses that were left to families, you know. So take advantage of it and keep your home, move back to your home, and just fight for something that's worth it. Um, that I just wanted to give an update about the CARES Act because I haven't really just been hearing anything about the CARES Act updation on there. So I hope all is well. Have a blessed day. Thank you for listening.